Most people know about Roman soldiers, Roman emperors, and Roman roads. They are the iconic symbols of an empire that shaped the Western world. But what almost nobody knows is a hidden chapter of Roman history, a secret communication network that relied not on men or machines, but on man's best friend. Ancient Rome actually trained dogs to deliver critical messages between its sprawling cities and distant outposts. Long before the telegraph or the internet, the Romans engineered a postal system powered by loyalty, speed, and for pause. This is the incredible, untold story of the Roman Empire's secret postal dogs. The idea began not in the grand forums of Rome, but in the rustic villages and expanding territories during the early days of the Republic. As Rome's influence grew, so did the need for fast, reliable communication. Messengers on foot were agonizingly slow, often taking weeks to cover distances that required urgent answers in days. Horses were a better option, but they were expensive to purchase and maintain, and they were primarily reserved for the military cavalry and high-ranking officials. On top of that, the roads were crawling with bandits and opportunistic thieves, who knew that a messenger often carried valuable information or money. The system was vulnerable. So, a group of innovative Roman handlers proposed a radical solution. They turned to an animal renowned for its loyalty, intelligence, and endurance: the dog. They started training fast, loyal dogs, often breeds known for their stamina and homing instincts, to carry letters along carefully selected routes. These early trainers discovered that dogs were not only quick but also less conspicuous than a rider on horseback, able to slip past dangers that would stop a human messenger in his tracks. So how did this remarkable system actually work? It was a masterpiece of training, logistics, and animal husbandry. Each postal dog was raised in a specific region, often at a designated way station or mansio along a major Roman road. From puppyhood, they were conditioned to recognize the unique sights, sounds, and especially the smells of their home territory. Trainers would walk them along the roads they were expected to run, teaching them to identify key landmarks and checkpoints. The messages themselves, usually written on small scrolls of papyrus or parchment, were placed into small, lightweight leather pouches, attached securely to the dog's collar or a small harness. A message could travel 4 miles, often faster than a horse over difficult terrain. Because the dogs were trained for pure endurance, they wouldn't stop to rest, eat, or drink unless they reached a designated station where they were cared for. They were single-minded in their mission: get home. This relay system meant a message could be passed from one dog's territory to the next, covering vast distances across the empire in a fraction of the time it would take a single person. The true secret to the success of this system, the backbone of the entire operation, was the incredible engineering of the Roman roads. All roads really did lead to Rome, and they were marvels of construction. Straight, paved with durable stone, and built to last for centuries, they were the arteries of the empire. For a trained dog, these roads were a perfect navigational tool. A dog could run the entire length of a road section without any risk of getting lost. The consistent structure, the mile markers, and the familiar scent of the route created a perfect corridor for these canine couriers. Unlike a human who might be tempted by a shortcut through a dangerous forest, the dogs were trained to stick to the safety and reliability of the road. This combination of animal instinct and human ingenuity allowed the Romans to create a communication network that was decades, if not centuries, ahead of its time. The speed was astonishing. On a clear day, with a well-trained dog on a straight road, a message could travel at a steady, relentless pace that even a galloping horse would struggle to maintain over long distances. Of course, the life of a Roman postal dog wasn't always a simple run down a sunny road. The ancient world was a dangerous place, and these dogs faced threats at every turn. Their routes often took them past dense forests, where wild animals like wolves and bears were a constant menace. Desperate bandits and thieves, while less interested in a dog than a richly dressed human courier, might still try to intercept the animal, hoping its pouch contained something of value. And then there was the weather. Sudden, violent storms could turn roads into rivers of mud, and in the mountain passes, blizzards could block the way entirely. The dogs had to navigate dangerous cliffs and treacherous terrain where a single misstep could be fatal. But it was their natural advantages that made them so effective. Their incredible speed and agility made them incredibly hard to catch. Their low profile allowed them to pass unnoticed where a human would be an obvious target. Their keen senses of smell and hearing gave them an early warning of approaching danger, allowing them to evade threats long before they became a real problem. They were more than just messengers. They were survivors. Legends of these canine heroes were whispered in Roman barracks and taverns across the empire. One of the most famous stories, recorded by the historian Appian, tells of a heroic dog that saved an entire Roman legion. During a brutal campaign in Germania, a Roman fort was cut off and surrounded by enemy tribes. They were outnumbered, low on supplies, and completely unaware that a relief force was only a day's march away. Their only hope was to get a message out. A brave centurion attached a desperate plea for help to the collar of his most trusted dog, a veteran of the postal system. The dog was released into the wilderness. For over 40 kilometers, it ran through hostile enemy territory, dodging patrols, swimming across icy rivers, and navigating the dark forest. It was a journey fraught with peril, but driven by instinct and loyalty, the dog never faltered. It finally stumbled into the camp of the relief legion, exhausted and wounded, but with a message intact. The warning arrived just in time. The legion marched through the night and smashed the siege, saving the fort from certain annihilation. The dog became a legend, a symbol of the unwavering loyalty that bound these animals to their human masters. So what happened to this incredible system? Why don't we see dogs delivering our mail today? As the Roman Empire grew from a republic into a massive, powerful superpower, its infrastructure evolved. The Cursus Publicus, the official statron, Courier service, became more organized, better funded, and far more extensive. Secure way stations were built along all major roads, providing fresh horses and armed guards for official messengers. Horses and riders, backed by the full might of the Roman state, became a more reliable and controllable method for transporting official correspondence and large quantities of goods. The dog messenger system, which had always been a more decentralized and informal network, slowly became obsolete. It was a victim of its own success. The very empire it helped build had outgrown it. But the legacy of these postal dogs lived on in Roman writings and in the countless stories of their bravery. Though the practice faded, the memory of these loyal messengers endured as a testament to Rome's practicality and its unique bond with these remarkable animals. The Roman Empire was built on conquest, concrete, and law, but it was also held together by hidden threads of communication, by secret networks that relied on some of the most unlikely heroes in history. The next time you think of the immense power of Rome, remember these, their greatest and most loyal messengers, weren't always soldiers or officials on horseback. Sometimes they had 4 legs, a wet nose, and an unbreakable will. They were the postal dogs of ancient Rome. If you enjoy a hidden history like this, and want to uncover more incredible stories lost to time, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more. Thanks for watching.